Welcome back, guys. Welcome to this week's edition of BirdBuzz. Tom Aresco, you're back. You are here. Yeah. I'm your host, Hellmann, and welcome back, man.
Yeah. I've just been doing the same old.
Yeah.
Writing articles, doing the Twitter thing.
Yeah, Eagles Twitter very active on Eagles Twitter lately.
Yep. Inside the Eagles, I just wrote an article on my second one that takes tweets from Eagles Twitter and puts them in an article, comments on them, analyzes them, whatever the case may be. Try to keep it non-biased. I know a lot of people have different opinions, and I really appreciate that. My whole thing is it's been quarterback mayhem.
And that's the big talk right now.
My whole thing is I'm 50-50 on it, but
yeah.
A lot of people bash Bradford, so I'm constantly defending his side. But I would also defend if somebody said that there's no pros in drafting a quarterback. I think that they're both very, very risky options, but I think both could turn out well if you do the right things.
Yeah.
And no one really knows, no one really knows what Peterson's offense is going to look like. So you can't really say who fits what, and you kind of know what it's going to look like. So I think Bradford would be good, and I think there's a couple guys in the draft that would be all right.
Yeah, I think whatever the Eagles' decision they make, you're always going to look back and say, oh, what they did this, what they did that. I think either decision right now is good. I can understand. I can work with any decision. I want Bradford.
Yeah.
But whatever decision they make, I'm not going to be like, oh, because I do see the pros and cons of both sides.
I might be 51-49 Bradford to rookie, maybe a little more Bradford. This is my point. You can say he's been mediocre, but he's had mediocre talent his whole career. And if you can argue that, then come find me at Tom Aresco on Twitter and let me know. Has he had anything superior talent-wise? Guys like Rodgers and Brady and Cam Newton, they can overcome maybe not having the top talent. Well, none of them can overcome having a bad offensive line. Let's just put it that way. And
Cam couldn't.
That. Cam couldn't.
Yeah.
Brady couldn't against Denver.
Yeah.
Rodgers couldn't against a lot of teams this year when their linemen started dropping like flies.
Yeah.
So again, it's all about getting that offensive, getting that pass rush, and that's how you beat a good quarterback. Bradford's a solid quarterback. He's not a superstar like Cam Newton or Peyton Manning was, or Brady or Breeze. But if you give him, he's mediocre production, but there's also been mediocre talent around him, and I think that much holds true. If you get him better talent, his production would seemingly be better.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a good theory.
Until he's got a proper situation, I can't say that I know exactly what he is. I just can't. I can't say he's a mediocre talent because I see, when I watch him, you see that he's not a mediocre talent. You just see drop passes and bad blocking and no run game, and that's just been the story of his career. And sometimes that ruins quarterbacks, and maybe he'll never get a chance. But, until I see improvements around him, I'm not going to knock Bradford. And then drafting a rookie, that's really risky, but we'll see what happens. So let's get into the questions.
All right, we got a lot of questions, so we're going to go rapid fire here. We're going to go through the comment, though, first. Jake Granigan said, why is this still chip chatter? You were at the gym. You were balling.
Quick.
We made the change, but he was right there on it.
Yeah, he was.
So,
I was hoping no one would catch that, but they did.
They did.
Good catch.
They did, That's what happens when you ball at the gym,
Let me just say this, too. At Zach Schuhart, Z Schuhart 81, we owe you a Malcolm Jenkins jersey, and I have just been doing a lot of different things and not have been able to get to it. We're going to try to get you that order, but it's just on a delay right now. Don't worry, you'll get your Jenkins jersey. You won a contest fair and square, and we promised it, and it'll come. Let's say, within the next couple weeks here, you'll get your jersey. Let's get back into the question.
All right. So the first question, at Frank215, what players do you think will improve from this season? Do one on offense and defense.
I'll say Nelson Aguilar and Eric Rowe, the two top picks of the draft. Nelson on offense because he'll be getting the ball in space a little more, and Eric Rowe on defense just becoming one of those solid corners next to Byron Maxwell.
At Eagles_UK asks, how hard do you think it will be to re-sign Thurman?
Thurman will be a tough re-sign, but it depends on the market, and we'll see, what Jim Schwartz really wants out of his safeties.
Yeah, no, I think he's going to be hard to keep. At the Great White Mexican asks, Nolan Carroll has said he wants to stay. What do you think about this?
He'd be a good depth signing, but at the same time, he might want to start. I think we got to give Rowe the chance. Carroll would be a good guy to move inside and outside, but I don't know if we're going to have the flexibility for that, and he's probably going to want to start, so I think he could,
it'd be nice,
get a nice deal.
If he wants to start and make some
money,
he's
good enough to start.
It's not
good enough to start.
Yeah,
too,
no,
so
absolutely.
I wouldn't blame him for going elsewhere.
Yeah. At Carlos_Rod02 asks, best answer at safety? Walter Thurman III, free agent, or draft?
Definitely Walter Thurman would be the one that is like a proven option because he proved it last year that he's a really viable safety, serviceable safety. I don't know if viable works. Either way, Carlos Rodriguez, that's my boy from Eagle Sweater. Give him a follow at Carlos_Rod02. Really good dude and always talks birds with me on there. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I think the realistic thing would be free agency. You're going to get a guy low risk, high reward. That's what you have to do because we can't
just get a body.
Yeah, we can't.
Maybe
really
someone
break
that's a good run stuffer. That'd be nice.
Yeah, there we go. We can use that. Next question at Dreadhead85 asks, why has Cox yet to sign?
Big deals take time. We were talking about it before, and that's kind of the deal here. You just gotta work on it.
We got plenty of time to get him. We got this season coming up, and the next offseason, so we got time. He'll be here. At Philadelphia Eagles 1993 asks, if Chase Daniel does come to Philly, then when do you think? Whoa! Holy crap! Then do you think we draft a QB in the first round? If so, which QB do you think would be the best for Philly? Woo! Talk for a while. I can't talk.
Chase Daniel. He'd be. Jeez, that gave me a headache. He'd be a good transitional starter for us. Yeah. If the rookie's not ready, and if there was a rookie that I'd like, it'd be Carson Wentz. But I'm not really blown away by any of the prospects. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's not a sure guy with this draft.
I like Dak Prescott as a sleeper in later rounds from Mississippi State. He'd be a pretty solid pickup in later rounds, but I don't know if he's going to be ready to start year one. So we'll see. All
right, next question. At Corinne Lime asks, if we have our QB situation figured out before the draft, should we take Laquan Treadwell?
Laquan Treadwell is a monster wide receiver out of Ole Miss, but I do think offensive line's a bigger need. Let the young guys develop. But Treadwell, if he's there, it's going to be so hard to pass him up because he's immediate. Yeah, he's an immediate impact.
He would be hard to pass up on, but we need some line.
Yeah,
we need some.
Need to protect the QB before he can throw that ball out there downfield and stuff. So you know how that goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Next question. At Alex Regan asks, keep Sam or dump him?
I like Sam. I'd want to keep him, to be honest.
Yeah. No, I want to keep him too. I mean, I see both sides, but I think your best shots with Sam. Not just next year, long term as well. At Maury922. I guess he's trying to stir the pot here. Tony Romo, the Philly rumor. I heard nothing about it, but I guess he's just trying to stir the pot. I would hate that. That would be that'd be terrible.
That's how rumors start. But at the end of the day, we appreciate you being a fan, but please don't put Tony Romo and Philly in the same sentence again.
Yeah. People started photoshopping pictures and they started popping up on your Instagram timeline.
That'd be ugly. That'd be really ugly.
All right. Next question. At Jason Arcdeacon 99 asks, will we see anything new from Peterson's offense, and how much do you think Nelson Aguilar will improve for next season?
Yeah, we'll see a lot of different things. We'll see more of a pro-style offense with huddles and under center formations, and we'll see a lot of different things. You can definitely mark that down on your calendar for next September. You're going to see some different things. Nelson Aguilar, yes, I do. I said earlier I think he'd be one of the most improved players on the team, and I definitely go with that because I think Peterson's going to do a lot of the things that Chip didn't do, which is create favorable matchups and get playmakers the ball in space. And I think Chip valued tempo over favorable matchups, but I think Peterson will be the opposite of that.
Yeah. Next question. At Philly Eagles Daily 2187. Would you like to see Shaq Lawson in an Eagles uniform?
Yeah, it'd be great, but could we just get him for free? I'm not spending a first round pick on a defensive end that'll rotate in behind three guys that make starter money. So that's already a rotation. I think you need a starting offensive line more than a rotational
and contribute right now.
Yeah. Now Marcus Smith that can't get on the field. Come on.
Yeah, but he says he's just as good as Brandon Graham and Vinny Curry.
Who, Shaq Lawson?
No, Marcus Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when he said that?
I honestly don't remember it.
He said I don't see why. He said he was just as he feels like he's just as good as.
Hasn't proved it yet, but maybe Shaq Lawson is. But then you're benching Vinny Curry, who you just gave a big deal, or Brandon Graham, who gave an extension last offseason. So Shaq Lawson doesn't make sense here.
Yeah. Next question. At Brandon Roser, he asks, you have to choose one: Sam Bradford, Chase Daniel, Mark Sanchez, or rookie QB.
Gotta kill Mary. What game? I'm gonna keep Sam Bradford out of the four. And then rookie, I'm okay with the rookie, but I think Sam gives us the best chance to have what we know as a starting quarterback.
And I think we want to make it very clear we do not want Mark Sanchez on the bench or anywhere near Philadelphia. At Nate.Dorley asks the last question here. Do you think the Eagles should cut Sproles, D'Amico Ryans, and Sanchez to keep Bradford?
If it meant keeping Bradford, yes, but Mark Sanchez and D'Amico, I want them cut regardless. But Sproles, if you're not going to spend that money elsewhere, if it's not going to make or break your financial situation, you got to keep Sproles for at least just let him play his contract out. He's got one more year on it, so let him play it out and be a solid special teams contributor again, and even get some good West Coast offense, the screen passes, the things like that. So I think Sproles is cool, but if it meant keeping Bradford, I could do without Sproles.
Yeah, no, I could, but yes, definitely go without Ryans and Sanchez for sure. That's gonna be it for us, guys, this week. Thank you for joining us. Maybe we'll have you on another show soon.
Maybe Chip.
I hope so.
Maybe I was gonna say Chip. Yeah, weekly the weekly chirp. I'll be probably around for BirdBuzz next week, but weekly chirp. Maybe we'll kick it Sunday, kick back a couple cold ones, and watch maybe a Flyers game or what's on Sunday.
I'm down to do something. I got no plans.
We'll see, guys. We'll see. But good to be back, and have a great night.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. See you.